Good morning. Let's learn other few devices from the poem If. Now next it is symbolism. Now what is symbolism? Symbolism is a literary device that is particularly used in a poem or a prose in order to indicate symbols that denote ideas and qualities, giving them symbolic or metaphoric meaning that are quite different from the literal meaning. For example, when we say a rose can be taken as a symbol. The very word rose can be considered as a symbol. It represents love. Now, the very rose has got a literal meaning. The literal meaning of rose is that it is a flower. It's a type of flower. But when it is red rose, it stands for love. Second, take dove. Dove is a bird, right? That is a literal meaning that you can give for the simple dove. What is the metaphorical or symbolic meaning that you can attribute for a dove? It is peace. Right? Take the color black. Black stands for death. Right? Take yellow flower. Again, yellow flower is a kind of flower when we say it in literal form. But what is the metaphorical connotation that it has? We can say it represents friendship. Likewise, everything that we see around us can be represented in a literal form as well as in a symbolic form. Symbolic is always a metaphorical representation of a thing that goes beyond the direct meaning or literal meaning of the thing. So when you say dove, immediately what comes to your mind is the image of a bird. But that is the literal meaning. What is the metaphorical meaning or symbolic meaning that you get there is peace. It's a representation of peace, right? So let's go through some of the examples from the chapter as such. So for symbolism, we have the following examples here. What are the following examples that we have for symbolism? Triumph and disaster. Triumph and disaster are examples for symbols. Why they are examples for symbols? Triumph represents success, disaster represents failure. Right? Dream is a symbol. It represents goals, particularly long-term goals in which a person invests his whole life. Knaves, here in the poem, knave stands for the dishonest people. But as we read the lines, we get to know that it is not just dishonest people. You are referring to people who are very cunning and tactical in cooking up stories. Then fools. Fools, literal meaning is idiot, right? But here fools represents innocent people, people who easily believe or trust others. Then we have pitch and toss. Pitch and toss here stands for the greater risk one undertakes. Pitch and toss as such is a game. In literal sense, it's only a game. But the metaphorical meaning that you have for pitch and toss goes beyond that literal meaning. Here pitch and toss represents the greater risk one is ready to take in life. Sometimes the risk may turn out to be a failure, sometimes it may turn out to be a success. All depends on how you do your work, right? So greater risk is what stands for pitch and toss. So pitch and toss here represents the greater risk one undertakes. 60 seconds distance run here represents time. The time never waits for anyone. So that 60 seconds distance run stands for time. So I hope you understood what symbolism is and how you have got examples for symbolism. Quick